In BeCollaboration, we have our vision and mission. In the vision and mission, we have our core values, and those core values have been part of what we've. I mean, going back to what Dave Nee said. It's not necessarily what you said, but you said what you do is you sit back, you lean on your values. You said something like that, didn't you? Yeah, core values. So our core values range from being, human being first to freedom, fun, innovation, blah, blah. Today we're going to discuss and inquire into integrity. Now, BeCollaboration, we've distinguished it as being our word reliably. Being our word reliably. I'm going to ask you as a group, I need a scribe. Who'd like to scribe? Who's got lovely handwriting?
I don't mind.
Please, Linda, thank you. So I can just...
Yeah.
Great.
We'll judge your handwriting.
Judge away.
So, integrity. What do we hear? How does integrity show up for you as a word? How do you use integrity in your world? How's it making a difference? How's integrity maybe shifted for you by being part of this community? So we're going to inquire. There's no right or wrong answer. We're not looking for an outcome. We're looking for an inquiry. So how does integrity land? Vanessa?
Just congruent with my truth.
Can I say that in a different way? Just what I heard is being true to yourself.
Yeah, but that's used so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
But congruent, I get it. Yeah. Or to thine own self be true. I.e., if you're doing something, it has to fit for you for who you are, as opposed to doing something out of duty or.
But who I am and how I am in the world is congruency. That for me.
Do you know what? I'm not going to change it. Go with that. Can you spell congruency? Congruent.
No,
Great. Can't spell check when you're writing on flip chart, can you?
pretty analytical.
To a certain extent, it's stressed me out.
Integrity. So integrity can be a pain.
It's stress. There's points where I'm getting, it's stressing me out.
Because you said stuff.
You said stuff. You believe that integrity means you act and say in a certain way, and then there's an incongruency sometimes, and there's been a lot of that.
But that's the internal and the external, isn't it? And that's that. It's bringing those together. It's because there's a resistance between the external and the internal.
So for me, integrity. What's the word? Elicits
Suffering.
suffering.
Okay.
Dictionary there, aren't we?
Right, suffering.
I started to search for it. I couldn't say.
Well, you're out. You suffer when you're out.
It's a simple word.
Yeah, I've got some coaching for you, Paige.
There's lots of suffering is such a major thing.
No, I tell you what's good. It's more sadness than suffering.
It's the same pathway, isn't it?
Is it though? Because
No.
you're very you're even I can feel that
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry.
the balance of the internal and the external. So I think there is a certain amount of suffering and sadness and
There is,
yeah.
Okay, look, I just want to, because can we come back to Badru later? Sorry, Dave first, then Mitch.
So for me, integrity is it's a dynamic thing. So when you said earlier, do you do what you say and what you say you do? Integrity is a skill. For me, it's like balancing. It's a balancing energy. So how do I measure whether I'm doing what is my core values? So for me, it's that sort of. It's not a static thing. And quite often integrity is under strain because we haven't yet learned to be at ease with our core values.
Brilliant. Sorry, I thought that was genius.
No,
We're constantly flowing.
it's great.
And integrity comes from when we say stuck and we can't.
But can I say something, Vanessa? For you, being congruent is actually speaking out, isn't it? Could you shut up and not say that? I'm not asking you to, but.
Oh yeah, quite frankly, I can be quiet.
But that wouldn't be congruent for you. Is I want to be part of this. So it's like there's no hiding it.
Yes, only when it's necessary for me to speak up. Otherwise, I'm quite happy not to.
I'm talking about when it's necessary, because then it was for you, wasn't it? Because you didn't think it, you didn't filter it. That was being congruent to your passion for what was being said. So there's like an integrity in that. I didn't tell you off.
No.
You got that right? Okay, got it right. Okay, cool. Sorry, Mitch, then Colin, please.
Okay, I won't be exploring the dictionary.
We'll be the judge of that.
Practice what you preach, and not do as I say, not as I do.
Right. Okay. So
That's the heart of it. I think.
Not a dictionary, but the Bible. Yeah.
Hallelujah.
but as practice what you preach.
Practice what you and not do as I do and not as I say. Do as I say, not as I do.
Do as I say, not as I do.
And it's not do as I say.
Just say
not
what
as I
Jesus
do.
said. What
A lot of people say, do what I say. No,
Yeah.
Get off, like you said earlier on, get off your iPad and then you'll go straight on your iPad.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
But I admitted to I'm a hypocrite, didn't I?
Yeah, but everybody is.
There's an honesty in that. Colin,
That's not nearly good enough.
in front of this crowd, no, absolutely not. It doesn't work with 8 and 9-year-olds either, trust me.
So I don't think it's much. I think it's more of it as an alignment.
Okay, which is good. So say some more about that in what you're.
So I mean, it's aligning, your actions and your values with your beliefs, with your inner self and your outer self. So that's the
what-
word that springs into mind.
Okay, great. Now tell us something that you haven't said before, because you've said that in one way or another before, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's not new for you. So let's dig a bit deeper. How else could that occur? How else can you create the world of integrity?
I think it's something you. I don't know if this is what you mean, but it's something that you continually work at.
So it's never done.
You never achieve integrity. It's like something that you're trying to move towards.
That's new.
So if you think of alignment, it's as soon as you get everything in line,
It goes.
just move that way.
Yeah.
Because there's always external forces, internal dynamics going on.
So it's dynamic.
Yeah.
Is that new for you?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's more something you aspire to than you actually. You almost demonstrate your integrity because you don't always achieve it.
Can I suggest something, Colin? Rather than say you, say I don't. Because quite often we explain things from our sense of thinking,
Yeah.
and we say you know how you do that and you do that. But if you say, you know what, I actually admitted I'm a hypocrite. I didn't accuse you guys of it.
No.
So what is it that you do inside of integrity? Because that might not be the case for everyone here. Also, by you acknowledging it's your stuff, gives the room permission to acknowledge their stuff.
So I guess so. It's one of the questions that I ask myself. Am I acting with integrity? And it's actually when I'm not acting in integrity and I accept that and acknowledge that, that's actually demonstrating my value.
Isn't that, if your values don't, someone said to me a while back, if your values don't cost you anything, then they're not worth anything.
Yeah.
Almost like you have to acknowledge when you're out to get it back in,
Yeah.
to get your integrity back in. You know what? I said I was going to go to the gym. I said I was going to stop drinking. I said I was going to save money every week. I said I was going to make 10 calls this month. I didn't do any of those, and that gives you a chance to recommit. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Kind of.
So I mean, if you're always in integrity, then you never do anything
Breaking the.
wrong. So
You gotta
it's like that you're not being a human being.
We'll go back to Dave and the dream, right? Because if you could do it on your own, then it's not really a dream, is it?
No.
Because it's not big enough.
So you're not acting with integrity if you feel you're always achieving it. You're actually not asking yourself. I'm not asking myself hard enough question.
So is
I'm not
that,
being honest with myself. If I say I'm acting with integrity all the time, then I'm not being honest with myself.
and you're not pushing or growing? Because part of integrity is breaking the boundary of what's holding you within that level or that performance. I'm going to go running 3 times a week and then do 2. You've seen the break between where you're at and where you want to end up. And I think it's about what I'm hearing. What you're saying is about acknowledging when it's out, brings it back.
That's why, when you mention about Olympic athletes, they have a doctrine that it's not, could you miss one session and still win the gold? Yeah, but it's not about that.
No.
It's not about getting away with missing a session and what you can get away with and performing. It's about, no, this is the commitment. This is the commitment to get gold. end of. You don't sort of.
And it's interesting when you change what.
Got 2 minutes, guys. I'm going to have to stop in 2 minutes.
To change what you said, Colin. It's I suddenly realised that there is an absolute thing about integrity that gets in the way of us acknowledging, because it's almost like.
I think absolutely.
A heinous crime, I'm not integrity. For all of us in the room to say, actually, we weren't integrity at that moment is probably the worst thing for us community to say. But as you said, we're only human. It will happen. It's like, oh, I learned from that. I realise now that I've crossed the boundary. And I now know to come back to it. So again, that's that in that learning space that we will inadvertently, but then we, as you said, when we inadvertently cross the line, we learn from that mistake, but now we've got a nice perimeter because in a different situation we've learned to deal with it.
But we're always changing anyway, from what we've been saying earlier, you can't step in the same river twice. So whatever we think we're in integrity, we can't be, because we're constantly changing. And that moment of being in integrity changes you, and therefore you're not that same person anymore.
Yeah. If you don't acknowledge that you are out, if I don't acknowledge that I'm out, I'm not acting with integrity at some point, then I'm not acting with integrity.
Yeah.
So integrity is actually alignment and non being out of alignment. Yeah. Like
Okay, good. Okay, that's integrity. Done. We're on time now? Back on time. Great. Thank you. Can we acknowledge Linda for scribing for us? Thank you.
Great handwriting.